In 2007, I had a partner that I shared naked pictures with when I was pretty young. In 2011, my email was hacked into or entered by a person that I don't know who is, and they took these pictures and they uploaded all of this online with an encouragement to harass me. These pictures were sent to people on my Facebook friends list, sent to my family. I very quickly understood, you can't keep it a secret because they don't allow you to keep it a secret because the point is to destroy your life. There's this entire degradation of your person and your identity and your body, and people don't want to be associated with you because they're afraid that it's going to stick to them somehow. So a lot of people just exited my life. My name is Emma Holten. I'm 28 years old, and in 2011 I was a victim of what's now known as non-consensual pornography, but was then known as revenge porn.
It's a term you might have heard of, but what you might not know about revenge porn is how widespread it is, and the emotional impact it has on its victims. Now, after months under lockdown because of the coronavirus pandemic, there's been a surge in the number of cases. Someone who knows what it feels like is Emma. She was targeted when she was just 20.
It was something that happened to famous people. I had never encountered this happening to just any regular person. I did actually call the police. They looked at the pictures and first they said, "These aren't so bad." That second letdown was almost as bad as the first. And I felt in a way that my state was agreeing with what everyone was saying online about me, that I was disgusting and that I deserved everything that was happening to me. There's a sense of innocence about life that you lose when something like this happens to you. Maybe you lose that later, but it was a bit early for me.
Around 1 in 25 people in the US have been a victim of revenge porn. One study suggests it could be as high as 1 in 3 in the UK and Australia. And in Europe, around 9 million girls have experienced some form of online violence by the time they're just 15 years old. But since the lockdown, the UK's revenge porn helpline says hundreds more victims have been calling in.
We've definitely seen a spike since the lockdown, and I don't think we can deny that there is a connection. We were sort of seeing 60, 70 cases in the first year or so. Last month, and it is an exceptional period for us, it was nearly 250, which is an extraordinary amount. For a lot of people, being locked down at home has put some people in some very dangerous places, either with people that they're all in current relationships with or who have ongoing issues with people from previous relationships. That seems to have brought things to a head. I think every country is seeing things very similarly to us, certainly throughout Europe and North America. Sometimes we get contact from people in India and Pakistan and Bangladesh. It's a global problem.
The law around revenge porn varies from country to country. 46 states in the US have passed laws against it. In Singapore, it could land you 5 years in jail, and since 2015, it's been a criminal offence in England and Wales. But experts say the law in some places struggles to keep up with the evolving technology trends and isn't really fit for purpose.
We've seen new technologies being used, so more common use of Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype and all sorts. And so I guess that's given perpetrators, again, new ways to just carry out the abuse that they've been doing in the past. I think what we've seen during lockdown is we've seen a rise in domestic abuse cases, and many cases of domestic abuse now involve the use of technology or threats, for example, to share sexual images. What the lockdown experience has shown us is that technology still isn't being developed with safety and harassment and abuse in mind and at the forefront.
After Emma was hacked, she says she felt scared, anxious and paranoid. But it soon dawned on her the attack had nothing to do with her personally. It was a reflection of how parts of society view women and their digital privacy. Then one day, 3 years after the incident, Emma logged online to find a new set of photos had been uploaded.
The idea I had was to take new naked pictures of me and uploaded to the internet with my consent, and it became the Consent Project. A lot of the reaction that I got to the Consent Project was, people saying, oh, you're just doing the same thing to yourself as other people have done to you. Which to me just made it very, very clear how many people don't understand what consent even means and why it's important and why every person's right to their own body is a fundamental right. I'm not unhappy because people have seen my breasts. I'm unhappy because I didn't get to choose when that happened.
For Emma, reclaiming her body and consent is her powerful message to other survivors, and a way to address the conversation around online harassment of women and girls all over the world.
This can happen to absolutely everybody, and it has absolutely nothing to do with you or your personality or your sexuality or anything that you did. Other people are doing this to you. You didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that this is a social system also means that it is a system we can change.